So hello guys, in the last video we started this implementation of LRU cache and I will continue the implementation in this video. So yeah, we need to implement these two functions, put function and get function. So get function should be relatively easier than put function, but yeah, so let's implement this get function. So if the value is found, we return the value, else if it is not found, we return -1. But actually what happens here is that value that value gets to be the latest value in our queue, because it was not like we don't care when this value was used before, but this is the very latest value that we have used and we need to update our queue with respect to that. So this dot queue is equal to append this dot queue and we need to append the value. So okay, so how do we append? Oh yeah, we simply append this key value here, and also we need to update this latest index. We know that this entry is already there in this map, latest index map, because this is a get operation and this was already found. So if it is found, the entry was already made in the latest index map, so we are just updating the entry. We are updating the entry with key, and so actually key, what is the index? It is actually length of queue -1, so it's the very last element in the queue. So yeah, so we just need to do this here, and we don't affect the capacity, volume, or the current index. Why not current index? Because we are not eliminating something. This current index is only used when we are eliminating something from the queue, but here we are just inserting into the queue, so current index is not used. And again, kv store is not used. Latest index is modified for this key, and queue is also modified. So yeah, this is done here. Now we need to put this value, key value, in the store. So again, if value found, we don't care about the value, we just need to check whether the value was found here or not. So this dot kv store key, so if it was found, then cool, do something else, do this. So what to do if the value was found? So if the value is found, we just need to update the value, right? So this dot, and we also need to append the value to the queue. Append this dot queue key, okay, and this dot latest index key is equal to length of this dot queue -1. So this is it. We update this thing, and also we update this dot kv store key is equal to value. We update the value here actually, and this was the latest used value. So latest index is also modified, queue is also modified, and current index nothing with respect to these three. And we updated the value, we updated the latest index, and we updated the queue. So yeah, now, but if it was not found, if the value was not found, now we have two more conditions. If the volume is less than capacity, actually this would be this dot volume and this dot capacity. So if this is the case, then we simply append it. So again, this dot queue is equal to append this dot queue comma key, this dot latest index key is equal to length this dot queue -1, and this dot kv store key is equal to value So this is actually already done and we don't need this in the beginning. And also this dot volume plus plus. Now if this dot volume exceeds the capacity, so we simply increment the volume, and if this dot volume like exceeds the capacity, this dot capacity, then we need to evict something. Evict least recently used value. And now this is a bit of a tricky part that I explained in the last video, and I will just implement it here. So I just wanted to check that this is correct till now. So if the value is found, then update the value in the queue and update the latest index, and KV store is also updated. Else if the value is not found, even then this thing is updated. So this seems to be the common part, but okay, no, this is not the common part, because yeah, so even if the value was not found, then queue and latest index, these two are updated like previously, and KV store is also updated. But the difference here is that since this value was not found, the volume is going to be like the volume is incremented, and if volume exceeds capacity, then we need to evict the least recently used value. So for we run a while loop, and current, if suppose we are at obviously the current index, so if this dot latest index, okay, so if this dot latest index, what is the index of the current value? So the current value is going to be, key, let's call it key 2. So the current value is going to be key 2, and what is this value? This value is this dot q current index. So we have a queue and we have a current index. And this is the key that is in consideration. So if this is actually the current index, then we are done. So what am I saying? So let's say 1,1, this is the queue, 2,2, and let's say again we call a get on this 1,1, and then we insert 3,3. Now some value needs to be evicted, and our current index, since nothing was evicted till now because we did not cross the capacity, so current index was pointing to 1. But should we remove 1? And what is the latest index of 1? Latest index of 1 is going to be 2, because this is zero based indexing, 0, 1, 2. So latest index is going to be 2 for 1, right? Because this is here, the latest value. But we know that the current index, so what is the key in the current index? So so q current index is going to be k2, which is our key in consideration, which is going to be 1, which is this key. So now is latest index of k2, which is equal to 1, is it equal to the current index, which is 0? Like, is this current index the latest index of this key? So the current index is obviously 0. So is this current index the latest index for this key, which is 1? And yeah, this is not the case. So this is not the value that we are looking for. So remove this, or simply just increment the pointer here. So our current index now points to 1, and we repeat the same process. Now here in this case, K2 is going to be 2, current index is obviously 1, so Q of 1 is going to be 2 and latest index for 2 is going to be 1. So this is going to be 1. So latest index is equal to current index in this case. So latest index is for this key 2, the latest index is 1 and the current index is also 1. So yeah, and so this is the value we are looking for, and whenever we encounter such value we break. So but before breaking we also increment the current index, because obviously we move forward. And if it is not found, like if this is not found, even then we increment the current index. And this is again this dot current index, actually this dot current index, and yeah, if the latest index is equal to current index we are done, and if it is not the case we still increment the current index but we are not done. So if this is the case, what we are going to do is we are going to evict that value. Okay. So latest index is equal to current index, and we increment the current index, and again here this is also this dot current index, this dot current index. So yeah, we evict it totally. So we delete it from, so this is how we delete some key from key this is how we delete some key from the map. So this dot latest index we delete this key, we delete this key from the KV store. We delete, so we delete the keys and we implement it, and yeah, so nothing. Yeah, I think this should be it. And we have already made this value as the latest value. And this dot volume will decrease. So what cool thing, like I will also show one more thing that we can do here. So differ actually calls the function in the end. So it will call this anonymous function in the end. And what will this do? This will just decrease the volume, because since we are inside this, we know that the volume has incremented. We need to decrease the volume after calling this thing. So even if it's breaking, yeah, so when this function call ends, it will call this function and it will end this function. So yeah, you can play with this if you want. Like defer is just like defer it, like wait for the function to end, and after this call ends, just before ending this call this function. So just before ending this call, we know that since we are inside this, the volume has incremented, we need to decrease the volume also, so this will decrease it and it will end the function. So I think this should be it, but obviously I am sure I was not at all sure that it will run in the very first try, and it ran. So it might still be a wrong answer or something, but yeah, at least it works. So I will just revise it and then I will try to submit and see, or I can try to submit and correct my errors, and then we can. And it's accepted in the very first try. Cool. So I will just go through this one more time, and as I said, this is not the fastest implementation, but yeah, this is pretty cool to understand about queue and to understand how queue works kind of, and how time series data can be represented in the queue. So we have a queue which represents a time series data, and we can implement a queue here simply, and we can simply push and pop out of the queue, but I don't know whether there is a queue here or not, so I just try to hack my way into the queue using this extra map called latest index, and hence that is why so much memory is being used. So what we are doing is that latest index is the latest index of some key in the queue, and queue actually holds the keys. So the keys in the order they come or they are being used. So if a get operation is called on a key, it will be automatically appended to the queue, and yeah, so it will be appended to the queue and its latest index will change. So now let's just look at the implementation one final time. So what is get? Get is simply a get operation for the key. So if the value is found, return the value, but since the get operation was called on this, we need to increment the value, like we need to append the value in the queue because this is the latest value. So this queue is actually the latest queue. So you can say that this is the latest index and latest queue. Latest index tells the value of the index of the key in the queue. Latest index tells the latest index of a key in the queue. So this dot latest index key will be this dot queue, the length of this dot queue, and -1 obviously because it's the actual index and not the very end, not the size. Yeah, so we will return the value and we will update these two things. That is, this key is now the latest key. So the put operation is slightly more different because we need to do a bunch of things here. So first of all, if the value is found, we just need to update the value, and now this becomes the latest value. So just say that okay, it is the latest value. But if the value is not found, then we simply increment the value and make this as latest value. But there is one more thing that we need to do, and that is if the volume exceeds capacity. First of all, we will decrease the volume. So yeah, call this in the end, or you can also call this in the beginning. It doesn't matter because anyway we are decrementing the volume. So now let's call key2, or I will call it as k2 because yeah, it is easier to pronounce. So k2 is the key that is in consideration. So and yeah, so we are at some current index, which is the running index. So what is the key here? The key here is q of current index. So that is the key that's under consideration, k2. And now if this dot latest index k2, so is this index actually the latest index of this key, or is it not? So if it is the latest index, we know that yeah, we have this value is not being used down the line. This is the latest point of entry for this value, and after this value was never used. So this now becomes our least recently used value. So yeah, and we delete this value from our latest index, we delete this value from kv store, and we delete the value from the queue. That is, we pop off this value from the queue, and that is what we are doing by incrementing the index. So in a way, this question, I have just implemented the queue in an internal kind of thing, and this is how internally the queue is implemented. So the value, instead of now pointing to 1 because this is evicted, will now point to 2. This is not actually evicted, this is just like we just cross over that value, but we don't evict it because it is being used down the line. But now when we are at 2, we just eliminate this value and our current index will now point to 1. So this is our running index, and this is how a queue is internally implemented. So yeah, so this dot current index is incremented and we break this loop, and else if this is not the latest index, this value is being used down the line, just increment the current index. And why did I choose this approach? First of all, you can see that the number of operations is 3 into 10 to the power 4. So we are just iterating over the queue 3 into 10 to the power 4 times. So the complexity would be equal to the number of calls, because we are anyway going throughout the queue that many number of times, which is the number of times the call is being made here. And yeah, so that is it. And so it just adds this 3 into 10 to the power 4 to the complexity. It doesn't multiply it, but it adds it, and it won't affect much. So this is the implementation of LRU cache, and I hope you like this video. And so this is also done, and I will see what we need to do next. And I'm not covering DP much because there are many resources online on DP, and maybe I will cover 1 or 2 questions, but I'm trying to cover the spirit the spirit of questions on LeetCode. Like, this is how you approach a question on LeetCode. You try to understand the question, you try to work out some examples, and you try to think logically and clearly what you need to do, and you try to implement it. And that is why I'm picking up questions that have some sort of a common flavor or common idea behind interview questions and behind all the questions on LeetCode. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.